Now, she also referred him to the Justice Department for criminal prosecution, and she's been putting out there all these statutes that she believes he violated for the criminal referral. Now, let me take one step back. The motion passed unanimously.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means Democrats voted for it. Why did they vote for it? Because Robert
Epstein.
Garcia wanted to also issue subpoenas relating to Jeffrey Epstein. So the Democrats sacrificed the journalist to get at the Epstein political angle of it. Now, the reality is probably nothing will come of the subpoena to Harp. Maybe it could because Republican controlled, but barely, right? What is it now? 2 members, given the one guy died recently, 2, 3 members. Probably won't go anywhere. The Epstein one's subpoenas can go somewhere because obviously a lot of Republicans are interested in that as well. The next step, Harp goes online, saying, look what they're doing to me. Hey, lawyers, why don't you look at this? And I did. And I'm like, hey, I would be happy to help. I represent journalists all the time, like Brian Karam. I don't know. I heard about this guy, right? I represent lots of journalists, and I'm all for it. But he made a statement that went too far for me. And this doesn't mean I wouldn't help him. And I said this publicly. It's all on X for everyone to see. The notion that he has a First Amendment right to publish classified information. That does not exist. There is no legal precedent that says that whatsoever. It is unlawful for any journalist, or really anyone, quite frankly, doesn't mean you should be prosecuted, to publish national defense information, which is, i.e., classified information. That is not what the Pentagon Papers decision from the Supreme Court in 71 stands for. That talks about the government getting a prior restraint on the press from publishing. If they tried to stop you from publishing,
right,
they have an incredibly high burden. But if you publish it, you can be prosecuted. And in fact, 4 of the 9 justices in that decision even intimated, if not said, the New York Times, they would have voted differently if the New York Times had been prosecuted for publishing the Pentagon Papers classified information back in the day. So I have been watching this debate develop. And again, both sides are going too far. And I really wish the Republicans have gone far, far too far. And they've made this political. But there's got to be also an understanding of where the line is by what the law is. Doesn't mean I always tell my journalist clients, don't solicit classified information. That's a crime. If you're going to publish classified information, you better do it responsibly. You talk to the government first to get a sense of what the harm could be and see if the government could persuade you not to publish. And that happens all the time with responsible journalists.
I've done it myself. I can confess that has happened.
You publish it and you stand by the consequences of it. But don't think misguidedly that you can just do whatever you want as a journalist. You can't break into my house and take the papers off my desk. You can't publish classified or national defense information. But this story will continue to go, and obviously I'll turn it to you guys as journalists,
well, let me ask you,
especially from the congressional angle, because that's the new part of this story. And by the way, I'll finish with saying I don't know if the identity of the Delta Force commander is a classified fact.
Well, that's there. Let me go with that.
I don't know if that's true.
So this is from the Freedom of the Press Foundation, John, before you chime in. Quote, journalists don't work for the government and can't leak government information. To the contrary, it's their job to find and publish the news, whether the government wants it made public or not. Identifying government officials by name is not doxing or harassment, no matter how many times Trump allies say otherwise. Reporters have a constitutional right to publish even classified leaks, as long as they don't commit any crimes to obtain them. But Harp and here's the big thing. Harp merely published information that was publicly available about someone at the center of the world's biggest news story. In 2024, the House unanimously passed the Press Act to protect journalists from subpoenas about their news gathering.